Okay. Hi, so this is a live stream at the Daily Energy Readings for the 26th of August 2020. I'm standing up because I slipped this morning and I've gone and seized up my back. So it's a bit of a different setup. I just didn't want to let anybody down and not get the Daily Energy Reading out. Easier standing today than it is sitting, so yay. So this is a translation of the energies of the day to help you navigate through the day, to help you recognize the energies that you may feel within you, with the energies around you, and the energies within others around you. And on the collective stage, I've done things a little bit differently, not only standing up because of my back, but also laying out a set for the collective and a set for the individual lives. Now it's general, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. With any reader, including myself, especially when it's general, take what resonates, use your discernment to see if it fits for you. If it's going to help you in any way, great. Leave what doesn't help you. So for the collective stage, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we've got clarifying that the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles has been quite prevalent over the last few days, but he's in reverse. And so you can see this Nine of Pentacles here speaks of the mother, the divine feminine, the mother that we exist in, this realm that we're in, being a divine feminine, everything that is held within this being one big womb. And so there's abundance here, but there's abundance in a different way. It is for the collective stage, for the powers that be right now, it is a real bonus for the collective and not the powers that be. That people are starting to see that where the false abundance lies, where the false promises lie, and where the real abundance in the collective being in oneness, in unity, can really exist. And so this speaks of looking to the mother, looking to nature today on the collective stage, to really disregard a lot of what we've been taught regarding money, finances, and start to open our minds up to there being a different way. There are things failing on the collective stage where lies and manipulation have occurred much more easily in this time that we're in this reset that we're in. People are really starting to open their eyes up to the corruption regarding abundance and the deservingness of abundance, in that it is not fair that a few control the so many, that a few control all of the things that we can sustain ourselves with in the pentacle realm, in the physical realm, the home, the food, all of those things. So where we saw things like seeds not being able to be distributed in parts of America, and I think they tried that in the UK a little bit too, but it didn't sort of wash. But this is that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's a breaking down of systems, and this is a real bonus. And where it may feel a little bit disorientating because we know what we know, because we've been brought up with it generation after generation for so long, there is a different way. There's a more ancient way. There is a real abundant way that serves the many rather than the few. So the next card we get for the collective spread is the Ace of Cups. And so this speaks of with recognizing where real abundance lies, with recognizing the oneness of the collective, that we all come together as individuals, not without differences, of course not. That's the tapestry of life. But within those differences, we can still work together on a foundational basis to serve and have everything that we need to have our cup overflowing. It's a new start, a new way of looking at each other. And it is up to the collective. We create the few that control the many. Our complacency creates those few that control the many. The decisions we make to go along with certain things or not take action on other things, we created that space for monsters that have been in control for too long. And so when we see it from a different perspective, we really can feel, and when we feel this oneness, when you truly feel that oneness with your community, with the collective of the many, this is a powerful thing, because with that oneness, there is real victory for the many and not the few. And so with that, the Five of Cups comes out to clarify the Ace of Cups. And so on the collective stage right now, behind the scenes, I can feel it. There's upset, there's disconnection. The few at the top, they aren't friends, they just work together because they know about oneness. They know the power of oneness, that even though they have their differences and different agendas, they can come together and work in oneness quite easily, because they know that that's the only way that they can control the so many. But they vie against each other. And so there's lots of distortion and breaking up and separation in that chess game in the few that control the many, which again is awesome news and a real boost for what many in the collective are doing, recognizing this oneness, recognizing the fact that you are me and I am you. We're all mirrors of each other in an individual state, experiencing reality in different ways, to bring up this beautiful tapestry of the creative source. And so it really does speak to victories being made today. And there's messages flying everywhere with the Eight of Wands, in that this is fiery messages going back and forth. People are communicating. People in the collective are really communicating and getting messages across. Now, of course, going back to the Five of Cups, there will be those people in the collective that get triggered and upset by that. That is nothing we can do about that. All you can do is keep spreading your knowledge and playing your part. This is all about going back to soul's journey, coming to do exactly what you were meant to do, and being brave enough to do it. So there's lots of people that I see, that I feel, that are exchanging these messages, exchanging these truths, and it's fiery, it's passionate, it's fast. To clarify that, we've got the Seven of Wands. So again, the pentacles come out together, the cups come out together, and then we've got the wands coming out together. This is powerful. This is movement. They're not major arcana, they're minor arcana. They are given more power from the decisions that the collective make. And so with this Seven of Wands clarifying this Eight of Wands, it is putting the few that control the many in a defensive state. They are actually not able to just do what they normally do and railroad. There's a resistance here, and knowledge is the key. Not being triggered, being that Ace of Cups is the key, to be able to exchange ideas without turning on each other. This is what's happening when people are doing that more and more and more. So that's awesome news for the collective stage. Now, for individuals, taking time to really stand, breathe deeply, and look at your situation, discern which directions you want to go in. This is a certain level of attainment, 9 being the number of anointing. And so with that being said, there is a pause, and that pause should be given to discernment to see what steps you need to take. You know, there's perseverance here to get to the 9 of wands, rods, whatever you want to call them. And it's been fiery, it's been passionate, it's been hard work, but there's abundance here also. There's material success here also. So that goes really well, bodes really well for the whole collective, as seeing abundance in a different way. So with this 9 of Wands, it's to look at the collective stage and really start to not be quite so sold on the systems just because we know them, just because we've been told all of these years this is the only thing that works, just because we've been told about divisionary things like race, culture, all of the things, the football teams, political teams, you know, all of these divisional things have been created. Under all of that veil, with this discernment of taking the pause of the Nine of Rods, you reveal this true abundance, the abundance of sharing, the abundance of having compassion for the very earth that we stand on that gives us life. For all of those things, it's a different perspective, and we need to take time to pause to be able to see that and, again, be open to it. Clarifying the Nine of Wands, we've got the Ten of Swords. So this speaks to how difficult this transition has been. It's not easy. There is lots of things that need to be changed for the better, for the collective. So it hasn't been easy. In your individual life, you might have found that you've lost friends over political arguments, or you've lost family because you're trying to spread truth about what's going on right now with this whole scenario we've been in for the last 6-7 months. So it's been a painful ride for sure, but within that pain, you've grown, you've become stronger, you've become more discerning, you've become more aligned with yourself, and more secure in your path, in knowing which direction you need to go in. And so the Ten of Swords, there seems to be no more room anymore for, we're at that point where I picture soldiers when they've been to war, or situations that I've been in that have been dangerous. And there's at that point of almost the anticipation of what can happen in a said dangerous situation is worse than the actual reality, because in the reality of the moment, when that dangerous situation comes into manifestation, into fruition, then we adrenaline kicks in. And so we are at a point of, right, okay, this far and no further, there's no return here, we need to go forward with this. And the Ten of Swords speaks of that with this Nine of Wands. 1 second, baby. So the next card for the individuals, we have the Eight of Cups. So this speaks to being brave enough to see a different path, being brave enough to let go. And we are having to let go in our individual lives of people that, it may cause us a level of sadness to do so. It may cause us a level of needing that solitude to do so. Major decisions that involve the emotions, things that you need to let go of, people that you need to let go of and walk away from for your path, for your greater good, to be in your purpose. So there's been a niggle for a lot of people for a long time. 1 second. Sorry. So there's been a niggle, turn that off, for the longest time in a lot of individuals' lives, of what they need to let go of, who they need to let go of, which place they need to move to. 1 second. Interruptions. So we need to go in a different direction. We need to be able to be brave enough to let go of whatever it is that we've been clinging on, that we know hasn't been working. And this is important, not only because of that niggle that you've had, not only because you've seen something, a direction, or someone that you need to go towards, a group that you need to go towards, a path that you need to go towards. You've been tied down with emotions in the situation of being controlling you rather than you controlling the emotions. You feel tied and bound to the situation, but something is happening today. Some action in a lot of people's lives is being taken today. So if you're on the receiving end of somebody today walking out of your life, leaving your life, the Nine of Wands also speaks of refinement. It speaks of that diligence of everything around you, of the energies around you, the people around you, but basically refinement. It's polishing that diamond from the rough diamond to the shiny, chiseled, beautiful, shiny, gem. And so it also speaks of that. And so this is for you to take action today. And it might be that you sort of start acting to move away from somebody, and it feels all of a sudden, after such a long time of contemplating it. Hi, James. I'm standing up because I went and slipped and pulled my back. So with the taking action, all of a sudden, after that long time of not taking action, there's this fast action, and you may feel like you've got a little bit of whiplash. But you know, that's a good thing. It's you being pushed and directed into a path that, you know, maybe you've been avoiding taking, that involves the emotions, involves relationships, involves belief systems, all of those things that we pay a lot of attention and emotion to. With that being said, we have the Page of Swords. And so this Page of Swords is a determined character, is the truth teller, is the energy of getting shit done. He goes out and he gets the messages, he spreads the messages wide and far, and nothing can stop him. So where this fast action takes place after a long time of contemplating and putting off, with this Three of Wands, this Three of Fire, we have this air, the words, the thoughts. And so this is an intelligent page, but he's strategic, and he finds a way. Wow, phone's ringing, doors knocking. He finds a way to get the truth told. He finds a way to spread his message wide and far, and he's brave. Nothing much stands in his way, charges forward. With that being said, the sun comes out, so there's true enlightenment with this truth. So where you are putting off and maybe feeling sad about whatever you need to let go of today, or if somebody's letting go of you, know that it's the right thing to do right now. There's real refinement happening in people's lives. Wow. So the Sun card brings super enlightenment. You're hearing this, James. Everybody wants to get in on the reading today. Brings super enlightenment, brings a way of seeing things that we've been avoiding seeing, but also brings that joy and that bliss because you're in alignment. The sun feeds us so much and protects us so much, gives us so much, heals us so much. And so then we've got the Seven of Cups, and so this speaks to desires, projects. It speaks to maybe sometimes when we're enlightened, and sometimes when, thank you, baby, parcel, webcam, is it? You can open it, yeah. I'm live though, so the Seven of Cups, sometimes when we have a breakthrough, sometimes when we've gone through some kind of enlightenment, we I know there's a package just being delivered, James. What can you do? And so when we have this breakthrough moment of a long time contemplating, and we get brave enough to take the Three of Wands action and take those steps forward in a project, in a different direction, in a different way, we find that enlightenment with this sun. And sometimes after that, you know, there is this confusion of, okay, so where do I go now? And we want the answers now. And I think the guidance is today to, you know, relax. If you can take these huge steps of refinement of the Nine of Wands, of moving away and letting go of what doesn't serve you for your highest good, or doesn't serve others around you for your highest good, and taking the action with the Three of Wands, and then really spreading that truth, like this Eight of Wands here, you know, spreading that truth, getting people to see, for people who've got eyes to see and ears to hear, releasing them from their shackles. This is a huge thing to do. So all of a sudden, when this enlightenment comes out and we're being fed and we feel good about what we're doing, sometimes then there can be this lull. It's a little bit like when people celebrate Christmas. They have a brilliant Christmas Day, brilliant Boxing Day, and then it feels a little bit lonely, a little bit sad, because everybody goes back to their work, everybody goes back to their individual lives, and so we get a little bit of this Seven of Cups here, not knowing really what to do with ourselves. And so don't be dismayed by that. Just continue getting fed by the sun, keep getting enlightened, and allow yourself to be guided without sometimes it's hard to drop down from the Page of Swords, I find. I'm a Gemini. I'm often a Page of Swords. I always want to speak out the truth. I always want to release people from their own mind and release the powers of their own mind. And sometimes I have to really rein that in. And sometimes I have to really be able to say, that's not my job. And that's okay. But it's difficult when you've been in the Page of Swords momentum, that adrenaline rush. and you feel in the sun, you feel in the heat, you feel in the burn of going forward with whatever you're going forward with. There is that after Boxing Day feeling of, oh, what do I do now? And so that's okay. Just relax in that. You will be guided further, especially if you're taking these steps, Diamonds. So it's an awesome day, all told. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 6 of Wands for the collective reading, the collective stage. So this speaks of the victory I was talking about, these messages getting spread around wide and far, many people listening, being released from the shackles that bound them. Lots of victories happen on the collective stage today. Some of it might be behind the scenes, but I bet you will see some stories coming out that really verify and validify the people who've been trying to spread the knowledge about the few that are so corrupt and so abusive. And so there's a real victory wave happening here. Again, it's wands, it's fire, it's passionate. On the bottom of the other deck for the collective reading, we've got the 7 of Cups. So again, this reading is very mirror-like. So the 7 of Cups here on the individual reading and the 7 of Cups here on the bottom of the deck on the collective reading. So where there's lots of things distracting, lots of things trying to pull your attention away, both on the collective stage and into your individual lives, as above, so below, you find that you're being pulled in all different directions. Bring that in, refine that in, and that's all part of letting go of things and information that is just excess information and isn't really needed for the job that you need to get done, or for the jobs that need to get done. On the bottom of the other individual reading is the 4 of Cups. So this speaks of that, what I talked about, that after Christmas time, that lull of what do I do now, when you've been on this run of victory and passion and enlightenment after making major decisions in your life. There may be some of that sadness tries to creep in about the things that you've let go, that you had emotional ties to, the people that you've let go that you had emotional ties to. That's okay. This invites you to do your meditation, to really focus on you and go within and keep refining those diamonds, those inner demons, those experiences that aren't so pleasant but really help us grow and be in control of you. And you'll get further enlightenment. The Sun card is, the highest frequency card in the deck for me, and so it's a really good day. So make the most of it. Take the steps that you need to take for you to get the ultimate out of your day. That's everything that I want for anybody that's listening to these readings, to be on your highest path, to be on your soul path, getting your missions done, being fed by that victory that you will feel when you're taking the right steps in your life. And look out on the collective stage. Tag me in any posts that you see that you think are relevant to this reading on my Facebook, at True Divine. I'm really interested to see that, because obviously I haven't got eyes everywhere, so it's really handy when other people let me know if things on the collective resonate, especially and in the individual lives. You can private message me on Facebook at True Divine on my business page if you'd like a reading with me, any spiritual guidance, any energy work sessions. Then hit me up again at Facebook and private message at True Divine, or you can send me an email with the details below this video. And much love to everybody who is here now and everybody who watches this video throughout the day. Wholeness and balance to you all. Right, James, I can say hello to you now because the door's not knocking, the boys are coming in. And what are you saying? Funny, because my glasses just up and slipped off my face right into the toilet. Damn. Come to the door ringing and yeah. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love reading for people. I love trying to unleash people's own powers, or helping them unleash their own powers, I should say. So yeah, that's really lovely. And it's lovely when I get confirmation too. It feeds me, it gives me back something. A good thing. So I'm going to try and get videos done today, because I had to cancel some of my massage work today after the slip So I'm going to try and unseize this back a little, probably not on readings, probably just on writing on the wall, but we'll see. And so if you want to join there, James, that would be awesome. Love having you here. And I've dropped on the floor. I'm trying to avoid dropping anything on the floor today. So, okay, I'm going to go, but much love, James, and much love to everybody who sees this video throughout the day.